Okay.
It's not scripted at all.
I have days, everybody has a bad day, and sometimes it happens to fall on Wednesday or Sunday, and, you find out some bad news or somebody said something you didn't want to hear or something like that, and walking up the stairs down there to come up here on a Wednesday night, I just have to say a prayer real quick and put on a smile and come in here and get over whatever happened in my life so I can stand up and be who I need to be for all the other people in this youth group.
Right.
Like, now that you have preached Sunday night, you'll find out more that people will watch you and try to find things, and then you'll get a Sunday morning thing, and then, like for me, like, not like I'm a seasoned veteran or nothing, but I've noticed that people, with just a few things that I've done, people try to find stuff, like, and they try to, and some days you don't want to have a good day, like, you want to be in your pity party, and you want to say, you know what, today is a bad day, and I want it to be a bad day. No, yes, I know. Somebody tell you, well, everything's good. Christ died on the cross for your sins. You're going to heaven. I know He did, but I want to bicker about it. Okay?
Yeah, people are really quick to worship you, but they're even quicker to throw you under a bus or crucify you. Just because if I can point out your faults, it's going to make me feel better about myself, because then I don't have to live to a higher standard, and that's easy to do. Like you said, there are days that you just don't want to be Christ-like. And it's not that you hate God. It's just, I'm just tired. Because it's a struggle. You don't just wake up and everything go good. You've got to work to make sure you're not living in sin. Sin's easy. Anybody can sin. It takes a lot more control to not be that person. No matter how golden your relationship is with whoever, there are days that your relationship's not wonderful. Jessica and I have been married for 13 years, and we've not had a fight. And there are some days that the reason we didn't have a fight is just because I left, because I was just in a bad mood. And I'll come in from work some days, and she can just see it on my face. How's work? How's work? Okay, that's about it for the night, And it's a battle. And like you said, the more you stand up and say, "This is me, I'm a Christian," the more folks are going to try to find fault, because as a Christian, if I see another Christian fall, I can, just pat myself on the back and go, well, at least I didn't do that.
Or even if they didn't fall, because, you look at Christ, the week before He died, people were worshiping Him, laying palms at His feet, and then He didn't even do anything.
Yeah. And
they killed Him. Probably the same crowd that was worshiping Him and was yelling, "Crucify Him." That just shows you how quick people can change.
Yeah. Everybody just wants to hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth. I think of like Tim Tebow and like Colt McCoy and Sam Bradford. Now they've come out and said, "Hey, I'm a Christian. This is what I believe, and this and that." And just one thing could just ruin it. Like they throw a bad pass, the camera gets them at the right ankle, and you see them drop an F-bomb or something. May not say it on live television. You might say it, you can hear it. You can read the lips.
Might not pull a vice president. Yeah.
I remember watching a football game one time, and it was Tom Brady, and he threw an interception or something, and they put the camera on him, and you saw him drop that bomb. And
I think about how many times have I done that? You come down and you have a wide open layup and you miss it or something, and then it ends up the guy who comes in behind you trying to get the rebound fouls the guy, and he fouls out of the game, and then you're like, oh, it's frustrating, and I know people expect so much. They expect you to be perfect, but then, you're just like, well, why don't you be perfect for a little bit?
Yeah, really. People do expect you to be perfect because they see you as not just a normal human being because you're taking a stand for Christ. But we can also find comfort and console ourselves by saying, well, nobody's perfect. all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So, yes, I sinned, but you know what? We all have. And we can pat ourselves on the back and we can sleep good at night thinking that. And Jesus is hanging on the cross going, no, not everybody. I never did. And it says in my word that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So if I really wanted to, then I could live a sinless life. It's not probable, but it is possible. So.
That's something my dad talks to me all the time about. Those, watch what you say, watch what you do, because you never know who's watching you. And it might not be somebody looking for a reason to, go tell everybody what I just did, but it might be coming up here in the youth room and somebody looking up to me as a leader, and somebody might be like, you know what, maybe I don't want to be like him because look what he just did.
Yeah.
I get frustrated with people that just come to church and that's it. Like, they don't do anything else. They don't come to pass out the tracts. They don't come to, they don't come to the Wednesday night services. They don't come to the Sunday night services. They come so they can just feel good about themselves on Sunday morning, and then that's it. They don't do it no more. And it's very hard for me not to just get really frustrated about that, because I can find that, in my fusion group, I'll have, maybe 3 people show up to fusion, and then I'll have 10 people show up Sunday school class 2 days later. And I just get so frustrated about it. But then, why get frustrated about it? Why get verbally, and then I, like in Sunday school, I'll kind of get like a verbally aggressive with them and just kind of tell them, I'm like, we had Fusion Friday night, 3 people showed up, but you know what, it was great, and I'll kind of be sarcastic with them with it, and it just, and I just don't know why I get so frustrated about that, because I got enough to worry about my own self. Why am I worried about trying to get everybody else to do stuff?
Yeah, you gotta kind of look deeper and go, am I upset because they didn't come to something I'm doing, or am I upset because they missed the opportunity to come and worship God?
Mm-hmm.